All right, so good morning, everyone. Oh. Today we are going live for the Saturday morning live stream. We're gonna have to wait for some peeps to filter in here. But what am I gonna do today? I've got a cargo hold full of stuff. See. On into chat here. There we go. Alright, so it is very early for me. Just waking up over here, and I wanted to go ahead and live today. Have some fun. Let's move all this crap out of my hanger. Hey, good morning. How are you guys doing today? Yeah, I still got that morning voice going on. Haven't quite woke up. Woke up, brushed my teeth, went and got me some energy drinks. Figured I would go live. There's gonna be a lot happening today. I know the Alliance is gonna be up to no good. I think today I'm gonna try to do something different that I don't normally do. Stay away from Tama for one. Okay, where are my books? What do I got? Yeah, let's do a super soft drink. So I was doing all my news missions, just scooped this up. I haven't done a super soft drink. And the Phantasm yet. 1:30 there. It is, I mean, it's not too early. It's 8:37 a.m. here. It's actually a little later than I normally get up whenever I'm going to work. But I slept in a little bit today.
Warp drive active.
I'm more of an early person, which is funny because normally whenever I get home at 5 p.m. I try to make my video and put stuff out. That's why the other day when I was streaming during the week, I was up much later than I normally am. My work, I normally have to get up at 5:30 to be ready by 6:30 so I could drive to work and get there by 8 o'clock because I work about an hour and a half away with traffic. So it's a rough morning. My old man is coming out. I usually go to bed around like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night.
Warp drive active.
I promise you my voice will get better over time. I'm also still recovering from this cold a little bit. But yeah, I'm going to try to take out the Phantasm and do this tier 6 and have a little bit of fun doing it and hang out with everybody in chat. That is the goal. So, nothing super amazing. I do want to check out the Discord from time to time. I know they have planned on some events later today, and I don't know what time that actually is, though. I'm through it now. No. They've got Yeet posted in the Discord. Yeah, they're up to no good. Oh, so if you are watching the stream now, for people that are watching my stream, I'm just going to give a fair warning. I would probably stay away from the Tama area, I believe, unless they decided to change it today. Just don't go out there. Yeah, this is going to be my first time using the Phantasm on Super Soft Drink. And I know Super Soft Drink isn't exactly difficult. It should be able to melt it like butter. But I normally don't even run Super Soft Drink. It's a ton of jumps. So I just picked it up by doing my news missions. And I figured normally I just sit here and do news missions while I talk to everybody. But I was like, let's do something a little bit different. I don't think the Phantasm's going to have any problems doing Super Soft Drink. As long as I don't let them spawn on 0 on me and just blow me up. Which could happen. Oh, no. I'm not talking about that. I can't give away, but yeah, I would just...
Warp drive active.
Yeah. Let's just put it this way. Together We Solo and B8KD and the rest of the Alliance and whatnot, they're going to be out there doing some shenanigans. So that's just your fair warning. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to give away everything. But, yeah, just be careful. Especially if you're driving faction battleships. That is mainly what they're going to be looking for. But a nice juicy target is a nice juicy target.
Warp drive active.
You should know what I'm saying. But yeah, if you go into the Discord, you can probably find out all the deets. Especially if you wanted to join them in their endeavors for that. They're going to be using a bunch of throwaway ships. Anybody is welcome to show up and join. They're looking at, I think right now they're going to have over 50 people there, so... And I know they're looking to have just everybody set up in trainers and stuff, and they expect to take a lot of losses, but they think they can overwhelm people with numbers. Yeah. So, yeah, that's your fair warning. And I do believe I'm going to go out and participate with them for a little bit in that too. So,
Warp drive active.
because you guys watched my stream, you heard it here, and you can avoid possibly losing a ship. So yeah, the gate guns are still going to be working just fine, but they're planning on just overpowering and accepting the losses. There's going to be a lot of them there together. It's going to be a ton of different people. One of the things Together We Solo promoted was anybody who's even part of a corporation, it was like, just create a random alt. It was like, create an alt, bring it out, we'll group you up, and your corporation never even has to know that you have the alt. So there's going to be a lot of people there that just want to experience blowing up some big ships. A lot of people. Which is why I'm not doing my normal Caldari missions today, because for all I know, no, I don't think they've already started. The Discord would be blowing up a bit more. Take a look. PvP. Yeah, I don't see a lot going on there. Yeah, most of them are not even online. Mecha Diva is playing BlueStacks, though. Mecha Diva is Together We Solo. So he is on.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, there's a good number of them on, but that's it. I'm gonna get out of Discord chat now so I can watch you guys. But yeah, we are now heading over to the first part of Super Soft Drink. I am in my Phantasm. For anybody who just joined or wants to catch up or has moved back to the video a little bit. Just going to be hanging out today. Having a bit of fun in the early morning. I got some plans this afternoon, and like I said with my warning earlier, there's going to be a little bit of a Alliance event going on. Together We Solo is throwing. So I might participate in that later today. Depends on how my real life stuff goes. Oh, the game is broken. I disconnected. The game didn't warp me out and I lost my Vexor Navy issue. Aaron, man. You didn't have any scrams on you or anything like that? Because it won't warp you out if you have something something on point.
Warp drive active.
And thanks for showing up, J-Ron. Are you going to be part of Together We Solo's event today? No scrams? Report it. You can do the ship loss thing. And if you actually let them know what happened to that ship loss, they can investigate it. It's good information for them to have. If it was an actual bug, it's something they need to look into.
Warp drive active.
And honestly, I don't know enough about the actual insurance stuff. Hey, how's it going? It is really early for me. It is before 9 a.m. I got 15 minutes till 9. So, again, if I sound a little bit funny, I got that morning voice. You know, you wake up, gotta blow your nose, and kind of in that area where you're still like, I'm tired. But hopefully that'll go away. I got my energy drink, waking up.
Warp drive active.
I am on my way out to try
Warp drive
to
active.
attempt a super soft drink in the Phantasm. This will be my first actual story mission I've ever tried in it. I don't see why I should have any trouble doing a tier 6, but figure start little. Also, I'm trying to stay away from the space I normally inhabit. 2 streams in 2 days, lucky us. Yeah, I had to pick up my daughter yesterday, so I was going to release another video, but I just didn't have time between going and picking her up. She's actually going to be staying with me for a little while. And getting everything done, I didn't have time to make the actual video for the ship request videos. After the ship request videos are done, which I think I am going to take a break on those very soon, and try to get back into the story missions. I have plans. I want to try to... What's going to be really hard is I'm going to have to start recording. I want to record all of the news missions with all of their story parts, and then up into the story missions themselves, and kind of do the entire story and break it down on what's actually happening in the mission while we do the missions, and explain each one of the news missions and the story mission at the end. But that's going to take a lot of time to put together because, as you know, those news mission rare ones don't spawn too often, so I'll have to actually have it spawned, be ready to record when it does spawn, and be able to capture that footage. I might actually just have to hit the fast record whenever I run into one and do post commentary over it later whenever I have time. It's going to be tough to put that together just because of how the game is set up. But yes, Saturdays. Today is the day that I will be live streaming, hopefully every week. I, again, am just mainly a YouTuber and make the YouTube videos. But Saturdays, I'm trying to commit to streaming at least for 2-3 hours every Saturday. You might just delete the game. What would we do without you, J-Ron?
Warp drive active.
You've got to make that compilation video of all your ship losses. You'd have like 1 billion hits on YouTube. You know, 1 hit for every ship that you've lost. But don't get too frustrated with it. Stream every week. Yep, that's the plan. I talked with all the guys, and normally I try to stream earlier than a lot of them do. Which is funny because their time zones are actually before mine, so early for me is afternoon for them. But they stay up all night. so yeah, where are my skills? What am I waiting on now? Still advanced scrap metal processing. Got 26 hours left on it. Oh. 25 hours and 59 minutes now. And then I'm going into advanced cruiser command. Okay. Makes sense. Actually, is that gonna open up expert? Well, I didn't want to open the map. That's advanced scrap metal processing 4. No, I gotta get 5. I think 5 is gonna take forever, which is why I didn't do it. Yeah, 23 days. It's gonna be a while before I can fit that into my schedule. I hit 500? Man, my total subscriber count still says 499. This thing. Well, thanks. That's awesome. I should have trained my alternate reprocessing instead of my main. Yeah, you're right. I definitely should have. That was. Man, I don't want to shuffle of goods around though. That's the whole thing. Basically, I just traded on my main because I was lazy. And I'm sitting there going, well, I don't have to trade all the stuff to me and then do all of that. I just wanted to clean this out. It'll be fine. I'll be fine with 5-4. 5-4, I can crunch all that stuff. Yeah, Together We Solo. Isn't there the huge event happening today? Do you know what time we're supposed to get together for that? Because my time is drastically different than your guys' time. It is 8:51 a.m. for me. 500 is nice though. That is awesome. I'm gonna have to do a special video. And thank you for stopping by too. I really appreciate that. 500? Man, I never thought I'd be at 500. That's awesome. I gotta just do everything that I've done for the past couple of 3 months or so all over again to get to 1,000. You're gonna do a little bit of thinking about the game, J-Ron? Okay. Well, one of the things I did when I was losing lots of ships was I started trading up new things and just tried out new stuff. I lived out in Nullsec for a little bit of time. Whenever I lost pretty much everything, I was in a Condor. And I was just out there trying to snipe people's, what were they called? The, scout anomalies? Yeah. So I would go around and do those. And a Condor, the Condor 2 is especially a really good ship. I was able to do a whole lot in that ship. Oh. Okay, he jumps away. Yeah, I don't know. I have this total subscribers thing on here saying 499. We check out my YouTube channel. 500. So this thing definitely doesn't update right away. 500 is so cool. Thanks, everybody. I mean, you guys are who got me here. So without you, I would definitely not be. I think I might even try to change my intro to start thanking everybody who has supported me in the past and not just asking for new people to join me, because you guys are great. You let me be able to do this and have so much fun doing it. Without you, I would just be a guy talking to himself in his room. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this Streamlabs 499 subscribers on here. Obviously, the Streamlabs thing doesn't work. I need to go take like a Streamlabs seminar to make sure I'm getting this to work right. Because it obviously does not want to work for me. Thank you very much. Man. 500 subscribers. Who would have ever thought? Well, I guess I'm gonna have to
Drive active.
pony up and save up some money so I can get myself a real faction battleship. The thing is though, where I like the faction battleships, I really just want an apocalypse. I know it's kind of sad to say. It's like, oh, you can get faction battleships and everything. What do you want? I want an apocalypse. But it's the truth. I want the apocalypse, and I want the apocalypse striker. Those are the ships that I want. As far as the faction battleships go, I love the Machariel. Machariel is awesome, but I'm not spec'd into cannons at all, and no intention to spec into cannons on this character, so that's not going to happen. I don't appreciate the Nightmare enough, so I don't think I'll be getting a Nightmare. If anything, I'd get the Balgorn. I think the Balgorn is where I would stick. Or a Rattlesnake, but a Rattlesnake would take a little bit of respecking as well. Yeah, it is ridiculously expensive, but it's not unmanageable. I mean, I was talking to Together We Solo about his Machariel, and we were looking at the market, and I think they're,
Warp drive active.
well, not on the actual open market, but on the, where is it? No, I don't want to go to the store. Okay, please stop. Contracts. I don't even know how to spell that ship's name right now, but if we look at the Machariel, I think you can get them for like 5.5 billion, which honestly isn't that bad. I mean, if you think about it, a Phantasm costs like 1.5 billion. Battleships 5 billion for that one, but that's the Machariel. Some of them are ridiculous, like going for 13 billion, I think was the Rattlesnake. That was disgusting. But I'm told it's because the scrap that you have to use. Some of the scrap for that ships are worth more for the other factions than for the Machariel. Phantasms are above 2 billion. Yeah, that's disgusting. When I got my Phantasm, I think I paid 1.5 bill for it. The fact that they're over 2 bill now is just gross. I don't understand what's inflating them. It's got to be that ship debris. Whoever runs that area of space isn't letting anybody in, so it makes it real hard to get it. Honestly, I think they should do something to prevent monopolies on the debris. Like, for example, I believe EVE Online did something like this. I don't recall exactly what it was, but have invasions where you can have like the Sancha invade another area of space and will create like a war zone there. And then people can actually attack the Sancha ships and do a Sancha dead space and be able to get the stuff. The Russians are in the Grista space. Got it. But yeah, if you had invasion fleets that would appear in other areas of space, it would open up the ability for other people to get access to those whenever one hostile corporation basically is hoarding it all and protecting their area of space. If you did invasions and had all of the places like Sancha's Nation, the Garista and stuff like that invade other areas of space and just randomly create pockets of them, I think that would spread out some of the resources and allow people to actually get access to doing that content when you have a super corporation that's blocking off every entrance to one of the areas. So that would be my idea. Where is... I need a station. Let's go to let's go to the Federal Defense, and we're going to use that as our station. Let's take a quick look here, see who we have.
Warp drive active.
Mr. Ruthless. I don't like your name. Probably a nice guy, but that name scares me. Chris K. Lawson. You sound like a lawyer, Chris K. Lawson. I don't like you either. You're cool, because I just don't know what that means. It probably means I'm gonna, like, destroy your grandmother or something, but... yeah, I don't think it is. Like I said, I haven't done it in quite some time. So I'm going to warp in at 40. Usually the first wave doesn't have any type of elites or anything, but I know that these tier 6 actually have a lot of smaller ships. And yeah, I mean, if you want to come out, sure. I'd be okay with that. But I want to see how this actually performs against all of the smaller ships. Really. Because the smaller ships will be able to apply their damage a lot better than a lot of the larger ships that I normally go against. I assume this is just going to be super easy, but... we got to get into range. I am a bit far out here. Oh, I don't know what my orbit's set to. Let's set orbit to 13. And set approach to 0. Okay, yeah, I had my orbit set up for the other ships I was using, so I was probably orbiting really far out. Just be careful on the last wave. Yes, I am going to try to get out, what is my station? Federal Defense. Okay. A lot of small ships. Yeah, I'm going to try to get as far away as I can for the last wave. And kind of space them out a bit. That's the plan anyway. I have an afterburner on this ship, obviously, so I think it should be able to outrange even a lot of their faster ships. Just their micro warp drive ones are going to be the issue. So as long as I don't get webbed up right away, I think I should be able to get away from that even if that was to happen. I don't think they changed the waves and storylines, so there should still be 4 waves? We're about at 10 km for tracking. 10? Okay. Set orbit. 10. Yay, it's live stream day. Yes, it is. And I am doing super soft drink currently. The Phantasm. So far, everything is going quite well. Okay, I want to hit approach now and see how fast I can get out of here. I don't even see where they're at. They spawn. Where the heck did they spawn? Okay. Ah, they're over here. Got it. Alright. Let's orbit you. Oh, hello, Phantasm Fun. Yes, I haven't actually brought my Phantasm out to do any type of storyline missions as of yet. So I picked this one up by doing the news missions the other day when I was live streaming. I actually completed the book for it, so this is a free book. I didn't purchase it or anything like that, so I figured I would just come out here and get this taken care of. And get some free ISK like 35 million of it or whatever the reward is. And it'll also give me some experience in using this Phantasm versus a lot of ships, especially the smaller ships, which I'm curious to see how it's going to be able to do. I think it's going to do just fine, honestly. I'm not too terribly scared as long as I'm not a dumb pilot and let them spawn on 0 on me. I think it'll be fine. $35 plus 10 in bounties, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just, again, if you're not purchasing the book, like if you get it as a reward, I'd as well do it. Like, I wouldn't recommend purchasing the tier 6 books unless that's the only content that you can really handle. But if you're doing your news missions, you pick them up. Before the next wave spawns on the last enemy before you kill, try to get away. Okay. You stop the afterburner when you attack small ships? Well, I have a plan. See if the plan actually works. What I'm going to do is shoot up this thorax here. And again, I don't remember how many waves this is. I've gotten so used to doing those news missions with just their 3 waves. Actually, that's what we're going to do right here. We're just going to try to get away. How many ships do we got? Oh, there's only 4 here. Five now? Okay. Start taking these guys out. And this is the first encounter. So I think there's 2 encounters if I recall correctly on this one. I haven't done a news mission since the first couple weeks of the game launch, so not sure how they work. Gotcha. Yeah, they keep changing the way the news missions work. They added another wave, so they had 4 waves for a while and increased the rewards, and just recently they dropped them back down to 3 waves again and decreased the rewards, but they still left all the E-Warren stuff on them. It's an interesting change, because I like it because it gives me the ability to actually do those missions on like my lunch break at work and things like that, but at the same time I do like the higher money ships too, so it's a bit of a give and take. Hey Bo, what's going on? Still not sure exactly where I sit on the fence on the news missions. But news missions are a lot of my bread and butter because I do spend a lot of time just playing on the side. And so I'll just pick up the game and run a couple missions real quick in between when I'm doing other stuff. Okay. So I decided to leave after that wave. We're going to take a look and see what we got here. Doesn't look like anything scary, honestly. That was disappointing. Okay. Just focus fire you up. So I guess there's going to be another wave to this one? Oh no, you've got me. You've got me scrammed. I don't even think there was elite in this pack. Okay. So this is melting these guys, but I did expect them to melt. I think the last time I did a super soft drink, I don't even remember what I was in. I'm trying to think. Yeah, 4, 4, 5, 7, 12. Sensor dampeners are the worst ever in the game. I'm not a big fan of tracking disruptors. 4, 4, 5, 7, 12. The Phantasm is a powerful ship unless you're doing a Mar mission. Fracking newts. You probably won't have to worry about damage. Yeah, the Amar's newts are crazy. I normally deal with my Amar missions actually by outranging everybody. But I also did Amar missions with the Balgorn on the test server, and you can out-newt them back, or out-drain them back with the Balgorn. I am really close. Okay, so I was able to get away quite quickly. There is the pack over there. Is anything going to come at me? Quickly. So we are driving right past the pack right now. I'm just kind of watching them, seeing what they're doing. How many are in this pack? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. 14 with a few elites. Okay. Oh, good afternoon, Paige. Thank you for stopping by. Alright, this guy looks to be the closest, so we're going to eliminate him. Congratulations, you are our first target. Alright, and while we are in combat with you, we're going to take a look at the other ships and see what you guys are up to. Okay. Now it's 12. Check the small number of on small gadget next to the eye. Ah, gotcha. Thank you. I knew that was there actually, but I forgot about it. It doesn't look like you guys are separating. Oh. Let's lock you up. And we're in a good spot here. Okay, we're starting to get a line formed. Let's change directions real quick. Got a lot of cap right now, actually. Okay. Let's go in for the kills. I'm tired of waiting. Let's actually go down here first. Okay, we do have a web on. Let's activate these. Excellent. Who was webbing us? Get this web taken care of, and then we should be okay. Bubble up and go blow stuff up. Okay. Oh, I got too far away. Oh, let's turn this off. Orbits. Okay. Still got another web on me. Focus fire you. Approach 100. Activate this stuff. We should be fine. I have about 130k effective hit movement with Phantasm tank and the speed is 2k. That is awesome. Yeah, I could activate the thing, then everything would start hitting me. But I will have those amazing resistances too, so yeah, this is the first time that I've done this with the Phantasm, so I'm still I'm used to fighting with my other ships and haven't really got quite used to the style. I think everything's fine now. There's basically nothing left. We shouldn't be getting webbed anymore. Let's focus fire you. Whew. I have 130k effective hit points with my Phantasm tank and speed is 2k. Yeah, the Nightmare can go up to 4000 ms. Cruisers. Yeah, I'm not quite at that 2k speed yet. I still have some training to do on this ship. It's in the queue. Advanced Cruiser Command 5 is there. And so that'll speed me up. I believe once I have everything done, I'll be probably about where you're at. You might have some rigs or something, I'm not sure if you're just skills alone or if you've got rigs in it. I also don't know how you're fit. Yeah, I got tired of waiting. I was like, I don't want to sit out there, and that was probably a bad idea. If I would have caught a multitude of webs at the same time and not been ready for it. But like we just said, I didn't even activate my my big defense yet. I could have thrown that on too, and my shield resistances will go through the roof. Is this the last wave on this one? I think this is wave 4. Okay, cool, thank you. Yeah, just out of curiosity. I don't think I've activated this thing in forever. 83, 78, 83, 87. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Actually, I want to change my orbit. I want to change my orbit to 14, just in case they do have webs. I do like the 10, but 14 is to try to hopefully stay out of their web range. Let's turn that off, I don't need it. Yesterday we killed a succubus that had a micro warp drive on. Yeah, 500 subscribers. I was pretty excited. Together We Solo came in and told me. I was sitting at 499 for a while, and I'm like, man. So thank you so much, and thank you again to everybody who helped me get to 500 subscribers. I would have never been able to do this. I'd just be sitting in here talking to myself in the room if it wasn't for everybody. So I really do appreciate that. Um, what is cool? Let's grab our loot. So is the first wave on this one the harder of the two waves, or is the second wave harder? I remember there's a couple missions where the actual first wave is the nightmare one. Thank you. Let's see here. The second is harder? Okay. I have 554 Cruiser Command and 554 Afterburner, 554 Engineering. My rig shields. 3, anti-EM 3, anti-thermal 3. Ox speed rig 3, speed cap meat. Okay. Cool. Yeah, you are set up for skills with this ship. I don't have anywhere near that good of skills. Let's see where my skills are at for this ship. Cruiser Command. I have 5, 4, and Advanced Cruiser Command is on the list to be trained up, and then I'll be going into Expert. For Cruiser Defense, Cruiser Defense upgrade 5, and then I have 3, so that's lacking. Shield Operations, I have 5, 3. Shield Hardening, I only have 3. So my shield skills are hot garbage. Engineering for cruisers, I've got 4, 3. So my engineering is hot garbage for cruisers, where with battle cruisers, my engineering is pretty good. Yeah, so that's bad. Navigation, Afterburner 5, Advanced Afterburner 3, no Expert Afterburner. So that's not helping anybody out. And then my lasers, I've got Medium Laser 5, Advanced Medium Laser 5, Expert 3. I've got 4, 5, 3, and the upgrades. So my laser skills are okay. They need some work too. But again, I specialized in battleships, so I kind of deviated back from battleships back down to cruisers, and I've been training the skills up. Second fight has 4 waves but harder. 12, 17, 23, 32. Woo! Okay. Twelve, 17, 23, 32. Well, the 12 and 17 I'm not too concerned about. The 23 and 32, the way that I'm used to playing is normally they wouldn't be a problem either because I would just sit back at range. So we'll have to see. Probably going to be a lot more cautious than I need to be. I'd rather be more cautious than not. I'll try to break them off into packs. I guess will be the plan. Mini webs and scrams. Yeah. Yeah. That's the scary part. I actually think some of the tier 8s and tier 10s are better than the tier 6s, in my opinion, because you don't have to really worry about so many smaller ships. Okay. Gotta go have fun and don't get that phantasm blown up, my dude. Thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. You have a wonderful, I guess, afternoon for you? It was great having you here, and thank you again. Alright, so second encounter is going to be 12, 17, 23, 32, and there's going to be a lot of scrams. Webs and scrams I am worried about. That is good information to know. Thomas, thank you. Go. Loot all that. Let's move on. So how am I going to approach that? Well, I guess the same way.
Warp drive active.
We'll see if we have a station there. What I might actually do is warp out and warp back in before the last waves, just at our further range. I think that might be the safest way to approach it. Well, we're 7 jumps away from this. I forget, is this the one that has like a ton of the jumping around? Or did they change that? Dock with the station, communicate, head for, that's gonna be, well, if I'm 7 jumps away now, it's gonna be another 6 jumps back here. Dock. Oh, okay, so, got it. Phantasm, yee? Hey, the lore. Yeah, I'm actually taking the Phantasm out for its first taste of storyline missions. I was doing news missions the other night, so I picked up a super soft drink, so I'm doing that. Approach and shoot backwards till you get the annoying ships, then orbit like usual. Yeah. Yeah, I reskilled from Battlecruiser after I got my Phantasm. I used to fly the Harpy, Proto, although it was a brawler fit. Yes, I used the Harbinger. Well, that's like, I have a video of that getting blown up, and I used the Harbinger prototype for a while too. So that's why my actual laser skills aren't actually in a bad place. But I stopped working on those to start working on the large skills when I got into the Oracle, so I kind of reverted back to this because I really wanted to use the Phantasm. Figured I'll get this trained up and then I'll jump back into my large stuff. Not doing any reskills though, because again, for the purposes of being able to do a whole bunch of different stuff for making content and whatnot, I really don't want to be super duper specialized in one thing. I like having skills smattered everywhere so I can jump in and do different things. And I'm not just, oh well, here's my ship, this is all I do. But with access to the test server now, I do have more of an option to be really focused, skilled on my main account, and then I can just do a bunch of other stuff on the test server. But I already spend a lot of time on the test server. I'd rather not spend more time there because I don't make any money while I'm there. The internal workings of my head are crazy sometimes. I just spout out what I'm thinking, and there is a connect the dots type of thing there, but not normally that great. 12, 17, 23, 32. I'm trying to remember right now. Wall Facer Psyduck.
Warp drive active.
Well, hello, Wall Facer Psyduck. Welcome to the stream. 4 jumps away. Yeah, what's the plan? The plan is to chill. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna have fun. And my Phantasm and stuff like that. I'm just kind of waiting for the battleships to come out. Hey, how's it going? So once the battleships do come out, what is going on here? Why did you stop? I'm a one-ship kind of guy. Well, two. I fly the Ashimu as well. Ashimu's a great ship. Yeah, I'll probably end up reskilling out of battle cruisers completely once I get a once I get an apocalypse.
Warp drive active.
You're starting to think that the Striker battleship is a little worse than the faction battleship, but costs much less. I would agree. Faction battleships have the ability to do a whole lot more. After playing around with them for a bit, I can definitely see where they're top tier. The plan is to slap some players with the Phantasm. I have 0 skill in Indy and no skill in any other forms of damage.
Warp drive active.
Trying to think, maybe I'm reading that incorrectly. Whenever I hear Indy, I-N-D-Y, which is the way that I'm saying it may be the problem there, I'm thinking like industrial skills for the industrial ships. No other guns. Got it. Yeah, I'm spread out in my weapons too. I have missiles, lasers, a smattering of drones. But I honestly think everybody should have some drone skills because most ships have drones, at least 1 or 2. Well, hello. How's it going? And welcome to the stream. Yeah, I have 1 industrial ship. My cargo hold is at 80%. 12, 17, 23, 32. We're gonna see how this goes. Oh man, looking forward to the sweet 1K. Yeah, I'm at the 500 now. 1,000 is gonna be crazy. I don't know if everybody's going to be looking forward to me hitting 1,000, because after you hit 1,000, I think you can get monetized with YouTube, which means commercials will start playing. So I don't know if everyone's going to be excited about having to watch commercials. I know I will be excited about having a couple extra shills in my pocket at that time. But again, I'm not even ever going to be doing this for the money. I'm going to keep working my full-time job. Even if I do start making money on YouTube, I am doing this just for fun. It's here. Okay, and we are off. But yeah, it's going to be fun to get to that 1K and be able to say that I am a partner with YouTube once I get there. Get myself maybe some super chats or something going on. We are really used to that.
Warp drive active.
I can watch commercials for you, but I would expect a Phantasm to ease my pain. Well, I'll have to figure out what the cost to ISK to Phantasm ratio is for Plex and see how many commercials it would actually take to generate that. Oh, that'd be funny. Anybody who watches 32,000 commercials on my channel will get a Phantasm, because you basically paid for one.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, I don't actually know. I don't even know, even if they did tell me how much ad revenue I would get off of that, I don't even know if I would be allowed to disclose that if they did. So I don't know if anything that would be possible. However, if I did start making money off of this, I would definitely reinvest and do more giveaways like Eternal Echoes and stuff, but where Eternal Echoes actually earns the game with in-game time that he spends. I don't have that type of time, but I would definitely throw some shills back into the game to plex out some stuff to give away for people. That'd be the least that I could do. I mean, everybody helps me get there. I'd be nothing without them. Giving back to them if I'm earning some money is the way to go.
Drive active.
One plex in EVE Online is 800 million. Is 800 million? 800 million. I thought it was 2.5 million in EVE Online. And the Phantasm is 200 million. Yeah, EVE Online, I have a nightmare. Now, I haven't played my EVE Online count in a very long time. No, it's around 3 million.
Warp drive
Yeah, I
active.
thought it was. I thought it usually hovered between like 2 and 3 million, and it was average. I think we talked about this in the stream last time, where it was like 2.5 somewhere million, not 200 million. That would be ridiculous. 200 million for one plex. I mean, I don't care what in-game currency you're using for people and stuff like that. That would be ludicrous in any game. Now, mind you, I know you can earn a lot more money a lot quicker in EVE Online, but is EVE Online dead? No, EVE Online is not dead at all. They actually do updates. They have a lot of stuff. It's just a very different game from back when I used to play it. There is... it's hard to explain since I don't really play too much anymore. 800 million. Huh. I would actually have to log back into my account. I installed it again when I first started playing EVE Echoes, because I just kind of wanted to see what I had on there and everything. And I had it on my computer for about 2 weeks, and then I uninstalled it again. So if I still had it installed, I would have logged in and taken a look at the market. But I don't still have it installed right now. But 800 million per plex that's ridiculous. If that's true, that's ridiculous.
Warp drive active.
12, 17, 23, 32. It might be. I mean, things can change rapidly in that game. So... a courtmate checked the prices yesterday and it was a little less than 3 million. I don't know. Babylon, Babylon, Diabli. I can't wait till we can name ships. I want to have the Space Pig. Name my fleet When Pigs Fly. Dude, Piggy's gonna run around in her Space Pig. Hey, what's going on, ZX Universe? Alright. So the moment of truth is showing up. Am I going to be able to pilot this with my early morning pilots, my tier 6 mission with my 2 billion ship that's just going to get blown up when they warp and scram me and lock me down? Actually, it's probably worth more than 2 billion with all the mods on it. I'm actually doing Super Soft Drink. I picked it up last time I streamed. I was doing Moose missions, and I gathered this one up for free. So I figured I'd take the Phantasm out and see what we can do with it. Yeah, it's gonna be the Space Pig. What I'm gonna name my ship. Okay. We do have a station here. So I am going to dock at this station real quick. and I am going to take probably in between about a 3 and 5 minute break once I dock at this station. I'm going to go smoke a cigarette and check on my daughter. I know what she's doing. She's watching TV and playing on her tablet. But before anybody says anything, my daughter is 17. So it's when I say check on her, I'm just sticking my head in there and making sure she's alive and okay and not in some type of sugar coma. And so it's not like I have an infant in the other room that I'm ignoring. Alright. So bear with me, guys. I will be right back. Okay, I have returned. Put my headset back on here. It's probably loud. Sorry, guys. Just my chair. Alright, let's take a look at chat real quick. You. Has anyone seen the Rokel? Is the Rokel... Is that a ship? And mine's gonna be Thunder Slapper. Thunder Slapper is gonna be... That's an awesome name for a ship. Roqual. Looks cool. Roqual. One of the things that I've done with my channel is I've tried not to focus on those new ships that are completely like the new faction ships, because I noticed a lot of other content creators were doing that. So I didn't want to step on their feet. Where am I going? Market. You know what I mean. So that's also why I wasn't putting on like the super in-game mods and things like that. Even though I had all 5 skills on there, I'm trying to kind of showcase the ships whenever I do that. It's the Abaddon Subcapital. Oh, are you talking about like EVE Online? Capital mining ship. No. I actually don't know much about that. In EVE Online, the last mining type ship that we used was, because we were basically again, we were the defense force for the miners. So we had one guy who hung out with us. He was actually my roommate at the time, and he used an Oracle back whenever I played. So maybe that's it, the Rorqual, and you could actually dock up to it. So I might be just forgetting the name. So we actually I would have my combat ship out there. What he would do is he had it laid up with tractor beams, and I kept my Noctis in there. And so I had my alt account who had a Noctis and a tackle frigate. And what we would do is I would have the Noctis go out, me and him would scoop up the loot while we were going to encounter, and our mains, which we would have a lot of our other friends too, would do the groups, and we would clear out the encounters. And then we would have the Oracle or Rorqual and the Noctis on our two alts that would just sit out there. And whenever we would get attacked, I would dock up the Noctis and bring out the tackle frigate, and I would tackle them down. And I ran the Nightmare. My other friend ran a Macarial. We had my other friend James, he had his Rattlesnake. And then we had my friend Keith, and I believe Keith had it was the Amar ship. It was the Amar, forget what it was called, Paladin. He had a Paladin out there. And we were in Nullsec and we would do all that stuff. Abaddon isn't a sub-capital. Just a battleship. Okay. I don't know if they ever put ships that you can dock to in this game. That's going to change everything. I can't wait to see what they do with this game in the future. It has so much potential, especially based off of what we've seen on EVE Online. And I know they're not doing everything exactly the same, but I'm curious to see how they're going to tackle that. Me and Together We Solo were actually talking about the carriers, and we're like, you're not really going to be able to do a carrier in EVE Echo, so I'm wondering how they're going to tackle that issue. What we got here? What's our biggest ships that they have out? Humpbacks. Yeah, they don't have your converter. Got nothing listed in here yet. I don't even think I have it on the test server, anything like that. There might be though. I'll have to actually go look. 3 days in a row now? No, this is actually my second day in a row for me. It's just really early for me, so it feels like it's back to back. Bullshit. Okay, well, I guess I gotta get started on this. 12, 17, 23, 32. You guys excited to see a Phantasm get blown up to a T6 mission? Because if I screw this up and get locked down, that's a big possibility. Alright. Where are...
Warp drive active.
Or in this case, battleship. Yes. GS is, it's a multifaceted term. Okay, so first wave here, we've got a bunch of regular ships. Everything looks hunky-dory. Let's activate our stuff. Are any of you just gonna come running at me? Okay, doesn't look that way. Looks like it's gonna be straightforward. Let's orbit you. Activate the target painter. Okay. Well, change that. Not too worried about the normal ships. I'm in a cruiser, so my lock time doesn't really care. I do care about those newts they got on me. Ship is not exactly the most cap stable. Let's focus you down. Man, so many little ships. That's why I really don't like these T6s. I have a challenge. Name a ship that has no use. Oh, that is a challenge. Ship that has no use. One of the things I try to do is find ships with use. Or if they have no use, that really makes me excited about taking a look at them and seeing if I can make them use. I would have to say if there is a ship with no use, I would imagine it would fall in the, okay, I can actually think of one. There is a missile boat, a destroyer, and that destroyer it's the Caldari. The Caldari destroyer one, and the Mimitar one just does everything it does but better. Can't remember the name of the ship. I actually have one on this account because I chose it as my what's the shuttle? I'll have to take a look at it. When I'm not in combat, I'll do that. And we'll do a comparison. We'll see if we can actually come up with a use for that actual ship. I think it's the Algos? No, not the Corax. That's it. That's what I'm thinking of. So the Corax itself, it's like the Talwar, I think, is in the same class, and it's just better in every single way. And based off of that, I wouldn't say the ship itself is useless, but if there's a ship that's in the same class, that's the same tier, and it's just better in every way, why wouldn't you fly the other one? So that would be how I would, I guess, classify a ship as being useless. But again, I haven't looked at that ship in a long time, so I need to really look at the stats and compare again, and see there might be a reason for it. But at this point in time, I don't think there is. But yeah, I always find it when games have two items, like if you have two characters in a game, if you're playing a game that has characters or two ships or two of anything, and they're like the same tier, same class, basically do the same thing, but one is better, I always hate that. I'm like, you should have it at least be different in some way, shape, or form. You shouldn't just have something that's just flat out better. Okay, next wave is going to have 17 ships. Okay, we do have an Elite 2. Apparently I have auto lock turned on. Don't want that. Have a look here. Let's let these guys get spread out a little bit. So I'm going towards the station currently. I should have just flown away, directly away, because this is kind of screwing everything up. I know I'm playing this probably a lot more cautious than I need to, but I really don't want to lose a 2 billion ISK ship. Okay. I am going to turn off my afterburner for a second. Just chill over here. And they're all coming as a pack. Draw anybody away. You up. Turn this back on. Okay. Perfect. We're in a good spot now, I think. We got these 3 guys in the pack. Turn back off our afterburner again, let these guys get a little bit closer. Okay. Gotta remember that my afterburner is off right now. Turn around. Cool, we got the elite over here by himself. Alright, we should be good. Or at least this way, where the rest of them are pretty far away. I think we got a good section of the pack cleared up. Web you. Let's activate these. Top off a little bit. No reason to turn that off. We're still within our energy boost that we get from that. Now we're not. Okay, so our next... How many ships do we got left? 13. Let's move in. I think we're going to be okay now. There is another elite over there, but it's just a baby ship. Yeah, and it's further back. Alright, so we did pull the pack apart. This is perfect. This is kind of what we want to see. Tackle them in smaller groups. We do want to keep an eye on that elite, though. That elite is approaching rather quickly. No, maybe we were just approaching him rather quickly. He now seems to be stabilized out there at that 40 km marker. No, he's coming in. Yeah, he's kind of by himself. He must be one of those logistic ships. He's probably trying to heal up the guys here. He's just pulling into range. Let's actually take a look. Where is he? No, maybe not. Interesting. Well, he's gonna die here in a minute, so we don't have nothing to worry about. Thank you for coming to me and splitting yourself off into small groups. That really made this very comfortable to deal with. I appreciate that. Let's look at the cosmic anomaly, see how far we're fighting off. We are 94 km. Wow. Okay. That actually makes me feel real good for the last wave. We're not going to be starting on 0, that's for sure. Well, maybe so. I mean, these last guys are 40 km away. I'll have to really take a look at that. I want to leave the thorax for my last ship. This is going to be the toughest, and it's going to allow me to realign. Oh, target painter, come on, do something. Alright, we got 8 ships left, we're really in the thick of things. Corax and Corax Assault are useless. Breacher Assault can do everything better than them. Yeah, I believe it. That's what, yeah, that ship is, again, once we're done with this, I will, on our way back, if I'm not going back in a pod, or even if I am, we'll take a look at those ships. I mean, there's gotta be something, and they may truly just be a useless ship comparatively with stats. There might be no reason to actually have one whatsoever. And that would be sad. Destroyers need some love. Most of them are pointless. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of destroyers that are really cool, but it just seems like they get outclassed by everything. I haven't quite figured out their point. However, I do know there are people who love to fly destroyers, and one of the things I do like to do is try to make everything viable in some way, shape, or form. Cosmic Anomaly, we are 57 km off of Super Soft Drink now. That is a little bit worse. That's okay. Orbit you. I think destroyers are mainly in the game for free-to-play players, honestly. I think they're kind of an upgrade for free-to-play players to use to get into something a bit more powerful than a frigate and have their free-to-play skills be able to be utilized on a ship that's a bit more powerful. Honestly, that's the only point I can really see for them. Yeah, except for the snipers and the guardians. The guardians are actually really good. And then there's also the interdictors. The interdictors are amazing as well. Very useful ships. Cosmic Anomaly, I'm 57 km off, 60, so everything should be good. I shouldn't be spawned on at 0. And we are going to hang out here. I'm actually going to turn my my afterburner off, and we're going to list out here. Just drift and let some of these guys get spread apart and come towards me. So this one is 23, so after this one we're going to have 32 ships. So again, the strategy that I'm employing here is I want to get them spread apart. Okay. You are going to be our first target, it looks like. I know, this is the cautious approach to doing this, but okay, so we do have a group of them in the 40s here, and then the others are at 80, so we'll go ahead and move in on these guys. That should be fine. Yeah, as some type of support, or not necessarily like a support in that function, but to support other ships, the destroyers are good for that. They're also really good as throwaway ships for PvP. Most of them aren't too terribly expensive. You can eat glass cannon catalyst and stuff come out of this positively. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, catalysts. Oh man, and EVE Online, those catalysts can get up to doing some insane damage. They're actually scary. I don't know if I like this. This pack here is wanting to stay together. I don't see any more that are breaking off. So I need to let them spread apart a little bit more. I don't think we're gonna have to be too scared. Let's move in and give it a shot. We can always dip back out if we need to. Come on. Yeah, that's a lot of ships. Stop that. Okay. Let's do another pass. Okay. Okay. Unlock you, you're too far away. Perfect. The reason why I'm not locking up everything is I'm trying to take a look at their distance. Oh yeah, I have auto lock turned on. I need to turn that off. Actually get some shields. And get rid of this Vexor. And we got a couple of elites. Down to 16 ships. We should be in an okay spot, actually. I don't know who I'm gonna get first. Should be able to get rid of your shields. Let's move over. I believe these guys have the webs in most cases. Yeah, they do have the webs. Okay. Let's get back on this guy. I think we're in a good spot now. Once we get this elite taken out, I don't think there's anything else to worry about here. Yeah, they don't have any more webs or scrams, so we're in a good spot. How far are we off of super soft drink? Okay. How often do you actually use shield field module in mid slots in your storylines? This is the first time I've done a storyline with this ship. So that is one of the things that I'm actually looking at currently. I don't really want to use it if I don't have to. It's kind of like an emergency button. Hopefully I'm depending mostly on the speed tank. If I do use it, it is going to be in this mission. These lower tier missions, the tier 6 ones, have a lot of ships that are just going to be able to hit me and I'm not going to be able to speed tank. And so if that happens and I get in a situation where I'm all surrounded by a bunch of guys and I can't get away, then I'll activate that and see if I can blow up the guys that I need to get away and then get the heck out of there. I've always just used 2 webs in the speed tank. Yeah, the 2 webs in the speed tank seem like the way to go, honestly. I have really not found a use for the shield field module as of yet. Even when I'm doing the news missions on the harder ones, you just speed tank the battleships and stuff and everything's just fine. I really haven't seen a need for it. But I figured if there was going to be a need for it, it would be in these T6 missions. But again, I'm very new to the Phantasm. I picked it up probably a couple weeks ago when I started training up the skills on it. And I haven't really put it to any big tests yet. So this is kind of my first step outside of news missions. It does take out news missions very well. And even some of the tier 9 ones with the elites in them, it was doing just fine. But you're fighting tier 9 elite battleships and tier 9 elite battle cruisers, which can't hit you with the speed tank, which means that your shield field module really doesn't do anything. You were really depending on the speed tank more than anything else. Would beam lasers be better than pulse lasers for these missions? You know, orbit at a large radius? Yes and no. The beam lasers themselves, I don't believe have that terribly of a large radius. So if your orbit, the big problem here is the orbits. So if you did kind of an approach game with the beam lasers, you would be able to do that, and I think it would be very effective. But if you tried to orbit, the orbit's going to put you into the middle of the pack. So it would be a different style of playing. You'd have a lot less damage too. And having a lot less damage is going to mean that your clear time is going to be... Well, I don't know if your clear time would actually be less, because you'd be able to fire a constant spray of damage. It's kind of like whenever I use the Oracle, I opt to not go for another damage module and go for the range module so we can apply damage all of the time. And applying damage all of the time is better than having burst damage in longer encounters, in my opinion. Basically, you're looking at your total DPS. Just because you have a huge burst damage and you're able to take something out, doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be finishing it faster, because you're losing out on your DPS whenever you're not actually firing. And on the flip side of that coin, having that burst DPS is going to let you take care of those elites a lot better. So if it's the elites that are giving you trouble, it might be actually better to have burst damage on the ship, take out your elites with all of your burst, and then spend a little bit more time cleaning up everything. I don't know. A lot of tests that still need to be done there on what's optimal, and what's actually optimal is going to be based off of how you play. So could beam lasers be effective? Absolutely. Are they going to be better? I don't know. Haven't tested that out yet. Treating this kind of as a semi-kite fit by sitting out of the range, because again, we're doing a tier 6 mission. They don't have a ton of range, so you don't need to have 80 km off and be firing in. So if we have like 40k, well, not even 40 km, even if you have like 25, 30 km with this, you could probably sit outside of the range of the majority of these ships. Cosmic Anomaly, we are 51. So that is something to consider. I may actually put some beams on this and take a look and see how it does. Because that would definitely keep you outside of that Weber range, that's for sure. Shield Field Module isn't that good for solo. My Succubus, I use double web. What are you doing, ship? I told you to orbit. Yeah, the Shield Field Module, I see that. It's basically, I have it again here as kind of like a panic button. And one of the things I use in a lot of my close range fits when it comes to a panic button, I would usually use like a shield extender or armor extender. And it allows you to survive some bad situations that you might get into. So I'm kind of using it as that. It's basically like I'm using it, how would you say it the best? Kind of like a, what's that? Damage control. It's basically what I'm doing. Ah, crap, we're getting too far away. We're gonna have to turn around. Alright, so our next battle is gonna be the 32. Turn around. Okay, we're 75 km off. I think this is gonna be just fine. I fit my bottoms, 2 reds, 1 yellow, and a booster. Because I like to be a thick boy. Yeah, I like thick boys too. Having a super tank is always fun. Okay, we're 74 km off. We're going to turn off our afterburner, and we're going to take a look here and see who's going to come out. That is good for Gila. I really want to get a Gila. I want to play around with that ship too. It looks like so much fun. Phantasm has speed. Yes, I do like the speed tank. One of the reasons why I like the Phantasm is it's such a different play from what I normally do, and that's what makes it real fun for me. And I was already spec'd into lasers, so it was just kind of a natural progression. I also like tank. Would fit 2 reds, 1 booster, 1 bat, and 1 afterburner. Okay, let's turn this back on. We can orbit you, focus fire, and you should be dead. You're just a regular ship. It was just a regular man. He could do nothing. What is it, the Lord of the Rings? No man can kill me. Well, I am no man. Okay. Nope. This is what you gotta be careful for. They will definitely try to pull you into the pack. Let's get rid of this. Focus fire you. And we're good to go. Next, we have this elite who is 30 out and the rest are 60. I only used the Phantasm Bubble for friends. Yeah, I don't really play with friends too terribly much. I'm planning on fixing that at some point. It is one of my goals to set up time to group with everybody. I've grouped a couple of times with people. Let's turn this off before it starts burning out all of my energy. Can you please? I have so much trouble with this target painter. Okay. He's got that shield on. Ah, that guy's too far away. Just go back. Whatever. We'll take care of the shield. Doesn't matter. We just don't have the range. Good evening! Interesting. So, this elite is keeping an orbit around me. So we're going to approach him directly, try to close that distance. Because when I was stuck in that orbit... Okay. Good, good, good. If someone brings a shield logi for you, T10s are AFK easy mode with few DPS ships. Oh wow. Yeah, I would love to try that out. That sounds like fun. Actually, one of the things I would actually love to do that I've never actually had the experience to do, I just said actually far too many times. Unlock you. Let's lock you. Hold on, I need to get some bearings here. Stop it! Okay. Battle settings. Auto attack the next target. Automatically lock back. Stop. Oh, 2 Guardian. We did a DS as a team. 2 Succubuses, 2 Drakes, 1 to 2 Scythes, and 1 Moa Guardian. Nice, nice. Alright, where are we at here? What do we have? Let's zoom out a little bit. Get up. Come on. Zoom. Thank you. Get a feel for the battlefield. Unlock that stupid elite. Okay. So we know the elite's going to target us. We're okay with that. It was a dead space. It's overkill for a T7. Man, could you imagine bringing that into a T7 though? Why'd you do this? Because this mission has been pissing me off. Okay, we're gonna lock up you two. Let's get started here. Let's activate these and pull back out. Up up you. And our web should be no more. Excellent. 20 to 30 minutes, not bad. Alright, what's the game plan here? They're wanting to stay. We have 30s, 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 and 50. We should be able to go in on this. That's actually a lot less than I thought it was. So these guys are 50, 60, these guys are 30, so yeah, we should be okay. Just really curious about this elite here. Yeah, it's clear now? Yeah. We can lock up this other elite. Actually, let's take out the elite. Cool. Our stuff is back up. Target painter, please target paint. Okay. One of the best looking ships. I love my spiky boy. Yeah, Phantasm is cool looking. I love the way it looks. You're gonna like the way it looks. I guarantee it. Remember that commercial for, well, I don't know if you guys have that commercial. We have like a Men's Warehouse where they buy suits. And that's their motto. Oh, let's turn that off. Okay. We got another elite boy who decided to come out of the pack. He was like, hey, look, you guys are having fun over here. Let's teach him why that was a bad idea. The rest of the pack is still over there doing pack-like stuff. Okay. The elite Corelli, I think, is rethinking his life currently. That still is quite a few ships, but I think the major threats are over with, is a better way to say that. Now I could easily still drive into the middle of that, I could fly into the middle of that pack and they could have a ton of webs and ruin my afternoon. But as long as I don't do that... Look at them all. Is it me or are they all healing one dude? That dude, that guy in particular, whoever he is, he's safe right now. Okay, so we still do have some elites. Let's see, ships. We have 18 ships left. One elite. Okay. So our next guys are going to be these two. Let's get our target painter going already so I don't forget about it and continue to cuss at it. It's probably a little far out to start the lasers, but it is what it is. We'll be okay. Start orbiting our next target, and we're going to keep an eye on the next pack. Next guy is 23 away. Now he is 12 away. They're getting pulled into the middle of the pack. So, being pulled in the middle of the pack, I can now see that they don't have any webs, because I would have been webbed by now. So I think we're actually fine. If there was going to be any time that I needed to use anything, it would have been there. Let's get these smaller ships taken out first. And our speed tank should just help us versus all these cruisers. Yeah, it's all over. They've got no more E-War. We can just kill them at our leisure. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. Obviously, I played it probably a lot more safe than I needed to, but again, it's the first time that I've been taking out this ship to try this type of stuff out. As I do this more times, I'll probably get more balls, basically. We can go ahead and activate our stuff. Heck, why not? Top off. Okay. So yeah, this is a whole lot more clicking because I turned off my auto fire on next target, but I was really tired of that elite that was going to the back of the pack. Matter of fact. There. Have fun. Oh, there's still an elite in here. Yeah, he doesn't matter. So yeah, that turned out to be it was pretty good. I mean, as long as you're paying attention to it, I think that oh, obviously it's just a T6. It can be done by pretty much anything, but I didn't really test out the shield field module. I didn't feel like it was necessary. What are you doing? Go back in. Can you not? More balls. Really AFK 10s. The T6 is making... Dude, they do! You don't understand. I've lost more ships in T6s than I have in T10s. In T6s, I'll get a ton of little ships and I'll end up with like 8 webs on me. I lost a Harbinger prototype to a T6 because I let them spawn 0 on me. I lost a Harbinger to a T8 because I let them spawn 0 on me. But the T6, the spawn 0, I just couldn't take everything out in time. I was blapping everything that I could, and the tank was holding, but I couldn't move. There were so many webs on me and so many scrams, I couldn't get away. It was disgusting. And it was a T6. With the T10s, I normally use the range fits, and even when you're not using the range fits, there's far less scrams as far as I've seen on small ships. It's all the webs and the scrams, and I really don't care about the scrams. I want to kill everything, but the webs are really what kill me. And in the T8s, when you have a pack of those guys web you down, and then all of a sudden all of the battle cruisers can just blap you because you're not moving at any speed. That sucks. Yeah, T6 scare me. It's so funny. I love doing T10s. T10s are like casual mode. I sit back and I'm just like, okay, put on some music. The webs of the devil, which is why you need 2. I'm agreeing more and more. Webs have been the bane of my existence. I actually want to invest in some of the Predator webs just to get that little bit more range, because I've been using Caldari Navy because they're so expensive. Yeah, the only reason why I'm doing the T6 is, like I said, I like to do news missions in my pastime, like when I'm on break at work and everything. And I collected these missions for free, basically. I was out doing my news missions, so I have it. So I figured, why not do it? It would just be fun to do, fun to experiment around with the Phantasm, and get some free money because I didn't have to buy the book. T8s do kind of suck. But yeah, whenever I get the books for free, I'll do this. Like, I wouldn't go out of my way to ever buy this mission on the market and be like, hey, I'm going to do this, unless it was for the purposes of a video. So if I'm going to make a video out of it, heck yeah, I'll do that. But no, I would never buy this book on the mission or on the market and be like, hey, I'm going to go do this for profit. Which is funny, because this was one of the go-to missions back in the day for profit for a lot of people. Not me. Back when people were running this mission for profit, I was doing Sweet Poison. I had a Caldari Navy that was fit with just long-range missiles, and I would sit out at about 48-50 km and speed tank all of the bigger ships and do Sweet Poison back before it was changed. And I would buy a Sweet Poison for like 10 million and make like 70-80 million off of it. What T8 mission would I spam for profit? You're running Eternals T8s right now? I haven't done T8s in quite a while. I'm trying to think. Now that I've done this T6, I was always, whenever I had time, I would start up a T10. Basically, what I would choose is whatever area I'm in. Like, if I'm in Caldari space, I would probably do the Caldari T8 mission. Unless the Caldari T8 mission had 3 different waves. If it had three, basically you want to find a mission that's going to be close to the area that you hang out in, and has 2 waves, and that's usually going to complete it faster than the rest of them. So if you're going to be chain doing missions and you can chain do T8s, but you can't quite chain do T10s, then I would recommend finding one with 2 waves that is in the space that you want to live in, and do that one. And stay away from anything Minmatar, because you will get Rexer. They suck so much he gave them to you. Yeah, some of those T8s, like, again, the Minmatar ones are they're crazy. But that's one of the reasons why I can't wait for my Apocalypse, because I am a lazy boy, and that Apocalypse is going to let me sit out at 100 km optimal range, 100 km. And I'll just chill out at 100 km, put on some more range extenders, maybe even fight out at 160 km, where nothing is really going to hit me. Just be the laziest boy of all times, just sit out there and blap ships. Can't wait for that. It's going to be so fun until they change the missions. They are the Minmatar? Yeah, he hates the Minmatar quests so much. Not surprised he gave them to you. And they are the toughest in my opinion. Condor Interdictor or Interceptor? Condor Interceptor, that makes more sense since there isn't a Condor Interdictor. Condor Interceptor versus Succubus, who wins? Well, I guess it would depend. I'll have to go look at my Condor again, but I'm pretty sure the Condor can get pretty speedy. And has missiles. I don't know if the Succubus would be able to hit the Condor if you had a good Condor pilot who made sure to stay out of web range. But I don't know if the Condor would be able to break the tank of the Succubus. Oh, so you've actually experienced the succubus, but it's close. I think that would come down to piloting skill, most likely. If you had a really good pilot in that Condor Interceptor, who really knew what they were doing and were on their A game when it comes to PvP, and you had a succubus, or yeah, a succubus pilot that would be on my skill level, which I know about the ship, and I know of it, and I can fire weapons on it, obviously, but I'm not a pro PvP pilot. I think it would definitely lose in that scenario there. Succubus can go 3k with an afterburner and skills. With an afterburner. Oh, if it can do 3k, I would approach in Web Condor. Yeah, if you get the Condor, if the Succubus gets the Condor webbed, then it's all over. I would 100% agree with that. So as long as you can get that Condor webbed and keep it webbed is the whole thing. If you're only webbing it for a second or two and it's able to get out of your webber range, then that's not going to be effective. But those Condors have 0 hit points basically. So once it stops moving, it starts dying. Since you're both using small weapons and you're both moving at high speeds, I don't think transverse velocity is going to be a problem. I would definitely put it in the favor of the Succubus. But I don't own a Succubus, so I can't tell you how tanky it is. Oh no, my cargo is full. Well, that sucks. What have I got in here? You guys. Yeet! You. No, keep you. You. Yeet! It's a jettison. You go right here. What? What? You guys. Yeet! New cargo. I can't read that in time. Being moved in the jettison duct. It will be ready in 2 minutes. And 2 minutes. I would say since Condor goes with 3,035. Oh, I'm sorry. 3,000. What? I would say since a Condor goes with, I imagine that's going to be 3,350 km with a micro warp drive. I would approach Condor, web, scram, and kill. Makes sense to me. I think the Succubus is a tankier ship. I don't see how it should lose, honestly. It is a higher tier of ship. In a one-on-one fight, I think the Succubus would win. But again, I do think it would come down to piloting skills if they were both made really well. Well, I don't even know if it would come down to piloting skills. I can't eat this! Where's my cargo container? Can I put stuff in here? Interceptor's a hell of a lot cheaper. Yes, I agree. It's pretty amazing that for the cost difference, we're actually talking about a warfare on that. I mean, you're talking about a... What's the Interceptor running now? 100 million, maybe? Oh... I can't just put stuff in here? Never done this before. Move to cargo container. Let's see what else do we got in here. You move to cargo container. Let's clear out some of this crap. You move to cargo container. Okay, that should be enough, I hope. Yes. Interceptor is definitely a hell of a lot cheaper. Yeah, apparently I need to definitely refit this ship. I don't think we're going to be using that. I think the dual webs are having something else on there other than the do like my antis, but faction has more street cred. Yeah. Especially doing PvP in a faction ship, working up those kills on it, because you are risking a lot every time you do that. And so, okay, so we've already got that. Is there any other elite wrecks around here? No. Get out of here. What? Warp. Yeah, the interceptors are really cool
Warp
though.
drive active.
I really do like the interceptors as well. Is there gonna be just any crap loot I can take? Let's grab that. Where is my... I don't know if Galente debris is actually worth anything. Probably not. I think one of the things I want to do as well is maybe pick up a Cinnaball for my ult. Where he gets the skills trained up there. I really want to keep him just in frigates though. I think I'm not going to do that. I'm going to continue with my original plan. My ult is going to train up all of the frigate skills, all of the small weapons. I'm going to get all of the faction frigates and have him fly those all. I wonder if anybody has tried to solo a T10 and a faction frigate. Probably. There's got to be somebody out there who's doing that. And that would be an interesting watch. I wonder if it can be done and how long it would take. I'm gonna solo Bad Hair Day with my succubus. Make it go.
Warp drive active.
Captain Benzie, he did? He soloed a T10? I need to go through his videos and take a look. Or he just did a T10 anomaly though, I thought. I didn't think he did a T10 storyline. I know he was taking his frigates out versus the T10 anomalies. But I want to see a T10 storyline tried with a frigate. Solo. For somebody who is a much better frigate pilot than myself. That might be one thing that I try though later. Once, like, can you imagine like a year or two down the line when I've got all the ships that I want and there's just ISK flowing out of my pockets? He tried. I don't remember if he finished it. Okay. I'll have to go take a look at that video. Was it before the patch or after the patch? Because that would be very interesting to see. I wonder what frigate he actually did it in, if he was able to accomplish it.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, the lore. I was wondering the same thing. With what ship? Because that would be very, very interesting. It would definitely bring another aspect to why you would want to train up frigate skills. However, if he did do it, and he was able to accomplish it, but it took 72 hours of play. It would still be a great accomplishment to have under your belt, don't get me wrong. I did a T10 with a frigate. You think before? Okay, yeah, before I could actually see it, there was no electronic warfare really, except for the webs and stuff. So with the right frigate, you can basically speed tank everything in that T10. You think a Dramiel? Yeah, I could see the T10s done in frigates pre-patch. I have a Dramiel on my ult. I don't know if I want to put my Dramiel up versus a T10 though right now. I did a T10 with a shuttle. Thank you, Eternal. I appreciate it. Yeah, I didn't even realize I had hit the 500 subs until Together We Solo came in and said something. Thanks for showing up. It's good to have you here. Yeah, I just took the Phantasm out. And I was doing the news missions last time I was streaming, and I got one of the super soft drink. I was able to complete that and put together the book. So I just took this out to do super soft drink and just completed that. I'm on the way back now, I think. How'd your giveaway go, Eternal? I wasn't able to actually show up for that. I was working. They kept me busy all day.
Warp drive active.
You had a busy morning, but ready to chill now? Cool, cool. Are you going to be showing up to the Alliance-wide event that's going on at some point today? I'm glad to hear that. I mean, if you're going to be doing those weekly giveaways, I figure every week it's going to get easier and easier. The secret to soloing T10s with a shuttle is you have to crash the battleship at warp speed. The explosion annihilates the anomaly and the system. If I can, it will be for sure. Cool, cool. I don't know if I'll be able to make it either, but it's definitely something I want to experience. Well, I mean, I'm sure you could do a T10 in a shuttle, as long as you had a good team of other people in your group. You know what? In a shuttle, you could even brawl. Just get up right in their shit. Spin around them. And stay 1 km away. And just let everybody know that you accomplished a T10 with your brawler fit shuttle. Yeah, one thing that I can't wait for them, if they do decide to put it in the game, would be battleship smart bombs. And that would be so fun.
Warp drive active.
So I know I've talked about this before, but in EVE Online they had smart bombs and they had the Armageddons. And you would have an Armageddon that would fit itself out with a ton of smart bombs, and they were called Disco-geddons, because whenever a smart bomb went off, it would make like this explosion around the entire ship. And it looked like a disco ball going off, so we would call them Disco-geddons because they would just activate one in succession right after another. And if you would have a group of frigates come and try to tackle any of your guys or whatnot, your Disco-geddon would start going off, and every single frigate, because you can't speed tank the explosions from, it's basically just a PB AoE. So around the ship, an explosion would go off, and anything that's in the explosion just takes damage. So there is no speed tanking, there is no nothing, and the battleship size ones did so much damage that you would just pulse a couple of times, and every single frigate that's around you would just be destroyed. So it was how people would clean up frigate packs. They're like, okay, well, we're going to go out in our ships, and we're going to have one Disco-geddon with us. And if they try to swarm us with a bunch of small ships, the Disco-geddon just goes ham and they all die. Woo! 35 million! That freaked me out, man. Apparently I had your stream or something pulled up and it just started playing out of nowhere. What the heck? I was like, what is that? What are you guys doing to me? How did that even happen? Yeah, I had your I think I had your channel pulled up on one of my other things and it just started playing. I was so confused. I was like, when did I start watching Eternal? I was like looking at my tabs and I'm like, oh yeah. I pulled up his faction giveaway video. Oh, that was too funny. I don't know why it decided to start playing there though.
Warp drive active.
What I'll do is a lot of things that I want to watch is I'll just have an open tab with it in there, and I'll come back later and I'll watch a tab and then I'll kill the tab when I'm done watching it. I know there's a favorites and watch later thing, but I never use that crap. Oh yeah, Eternal. I started using the Streamlabs stuff, and there's supposed to be like pop-ups when people join my channel and things like that, but I can't seem to get any of that to work. Like it actually works on... You have the power! Yeah, it works on the...
Warp drive active.
like widgets. But it does not work on the stream. So I'm very confused. Very, very confused. I don't know if it's like a Twitch only thing or something like that. So yeah, Streamlabs has been confusing the crap out of me. But I did set up a business PayPal account, so
Warp drive active.
I have that part linked up and taken care of. Actually, layout editor, studio mode. Oh, there's just so much on here that I don't understand. Like, I don't even know how to look to see what I actually have set up for my Gotcha.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, I have no clue, and I was used to streaming through YouTube with my OBS, and where I could see and I can change my stuff on the fly. Like I could change my title and everything, and I don't even see how to do that in here. I can't check my description or any of that stuff, so there's definitely going to be a huge learning curve when using this. Like I'm playing now, but I had to sign into chat, so I have chat actually opened up in another window instead of a pop-up box. It's very weird. I don't know. I don't know how much I like about it or not. But I still only have the free version too. I was like, I'll pay for an account, but I want to know what I'm doing first before I pay for an account. Now, the funny thing, changing title stuff, you need to do that from YouTube. Well, see, that's the weird part. Whenever I go to my YouTube live dashboard now, it doesn't act like there's a stream going on. My YouTube live dashboard is telling me, hey, if you want your stream to start. So I'm very confused. I don't know where it's actually running this through. It's just very different from what I'm used to seeing. So what is the title on this video? Hold up, let me use my other account. Oh, it's my Saturday morning live stream. That's what I set up in Streamlabs. My live streaming, my YouTube Studios still has my last one in there when I was trying to set it up there, the Eve Echoes and Chill. So, I don't know. I have no clue.
Warp drive active.
Let's see if I go to my live section. No. Ah, you got me. Oh well. My videos if on mobile, my channel if on PC. Okay. My videos live. Details. Got it. Okay, I can see all the stuff here. That's very different than the way I'm used to doing it. I was always using the live stream dashboard, and so when it wasn't there, I didn't know what it was doing. Cool, cool. I would appreciate that. Again, I'm dumbing through it, but I got some things figured out. Like I was able to change some of the tones and stuff for notifications and whatnot. I have these, but these also aren't working. Check it out. So I kind of did what you did. So I have the total subscribers, and I have the most recent subscriber, but it doesn't seem to update in live. Like H Baron, he subscribed so long ago, and I've had a ton of subscribers since then. So it's very weird. I stopped displaying that stuff because it didn't seem to update. Sorry, I can't speak. Livestream dash from OBS, but Streamlabs works very different, it seems. Yep. Yep. So I am getting used to it, but I also don't stream every single day. So I did one setup stream I did a couple days ago. And now I'm doing the Saturday stream because I really want to continue to do my Saturday streams. Another thing. Yeah, this stream is probably going to be close to being over. Don't know if there's much more going on. I'm not an all-day streamer like yourself. Yeah, I'll keep playing around with them.
Warp drive active.
Normally I get the stuff figured out. It's just I haven't done it enough yet to warrant figuring it out. But I'll have to watch some more videos on it. I was reading some articles related to how to get all this stuff set up and put in there. In Phantasm Solo T8 Dead Space. I don't know. I've never done a Dead Space in my entire life. I hear people say, before I've heard people say that the Phantasm can solo Dead Spaces, but I don't know which level of Dead Space they're able to actually solo. That would be something maybe I can do on the test server. I can look into seeing if one can do that. But there's more time on the test server where I'm not making money. Might make a cool video though. Well, I will never stream the test server. I'm not 100% sure on what all the rules are, but I know there's a ton of stuff that we are not allowed to show. So I would never do a test server live. That is for sure. You know what? Just wanted to see if anybody was saying anything. So the lore, have you done a T8 Dead Space yourself? I'll have to start charging people ISK for the videos I want to see. Yeah, this video took me approximately 2 hours to make. You owe me 150 million. Or I was doing this one and you guys said you wanted to see a full T10 run. Well, it took exactly this much time to do that full T10 run. I'm gonna need you to deposit this much ISK into my account. Well, I mean, a lot of things happen when it comes to actually making even the ship request videos. The video that I have put out isn't necessarily just, okay, well I started recording. Normally I put stuff together. I test out different things. I'll do 2 or 3 anomalies before I even put the video out, which is why I don't really do the T10s. Like, I did the T10 once with the Balgorn, and that video took me so long to make. And I was like, I don't think I want to do T10s with all of these ships, so I started just doing the news encounters, but I did put it up to the final version, the one that has all T10 ships in it. It's a pretty good idea when you think about it. Yeah, I mean, somebody really wanted to do that. Hey, if you want to put this together and stuff like that, see how much time it actually takes away from you being able to do stuff. Because that's one of the biggest problems with that test server. It's like, I love experimenting and having fun with it, but I do have a full-time job, I do have kids, I do have everything else that I need to take care of, so I can't spend as much time as a lot of other people do in front of this game. So whenever I get home from work, I normally get home from work, I'll log into the test server, I'll play around, I'll do a couple of missions, try to figure out a fit for a ship, do the video for the ship, especially if it's multiple encounters, and then it's usually like 8, 9 o'clock by the time I finish that and start uploading here. And again, I gotta wake up at 5:30 in the morning to go to work, so I don't have time. I know your pain, that's why I stick away from the test server. I'll get on there again soon. Yeah, test server is... it's a lot of work and you don't make anything from it. Now it is fun and I'll definitely do it for the people. For the people! So they can see stuff. It's fun to be able to experiment around with those ships and have that ability. But at the same token, I'm not making make an ISK. Like you can see I'm only at 589 million since I bought the Phantasm. If I'd been playing on the main server, I would probably have 2 billion again already. You have all the time in the world. But not really though, because you do your all-day live streams for the most part. The majority of the day anyway. You're on there for like 10, 12 hours. And if your live streams are your bread and butter... Oh. My phone. Sorry about that, I should have muted that ahead of time. Your live streams are your bread and butter, so if you want to get off to actually make a video, that's taking time out of your streaming time or your sleep schedule. Which I know your sleep schedule is already a bit rough, but... And you're not making anything while you do that, so it's not like you can go, okay, well I'm on the test server, I'm actually making ISK for my giveaways while I'm doing this. No, you're literally taking time away from what your main content is and what you do to do that. Yay, we're back. Yeah, we were talking earlier. There's my Condor Interceptor. Okay, so even doing T6s with this ship, this mirror small field module really never came into play. So adding another web or something there is probably the way to go. You're keeping the live streams down to 3-4 hours a day. Having weekends off now is burning myself out. Yes, that is very good. It's very easy to burn yourself out. I know on my intro video and stuff I said I was going to try to do daily content, but I think I really am going to at least choose one day and try to take that off every week. And just so I don't have to sit there and do something. I mean, it's always good to have at least a day off. We'll see. And I also want to play some other games too. I've been focusing 100% on my Eve Echoes. I used to do a lot of variety stuff on my channel. I know I only had 100 and something subs, just barely over 100 before I started doing the Eve Echoes content, but I do enjoy playing other games and doing other stuff. Like, I'm really getting back into Monster Hunter again, and I'm playing Iceborne with a lot of my friends, so for Christmas they actually bought it for me on the PC, because I used to play directly on the PlayStation, so I actually have a lot of Monster Hunter content on my channel from back before, and so I have people who love to actually watch that of my initial 100, so thinking about doing some other stuff on the channel again as well. My Cyberpunk, I lost a lot of videos, so that was kind of devastating. I'm thinking maybe I'll do another playthrough of Cyberpunk, but just show the storyline. But I have other things I want to do other than Eve Echoes. And Eve Echoes is awesome, but I think I'm going to start, maybe move to one Eve Echoes live stream on Saturdays. And I haven't really thought it out yet, but maybe go to like Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, doing an Eve Echoes video, and then trying to be a little bit more professional with the video as well. Spend a little bit more time on the videos, and showcase a bit more stuff and harder things. Maybe actually get some tier 10s run with those if I'm doing them every other day instead of every day. That would give me a little bit more time to work on them. And then maybe also put a one-off thing every week or so with another video and just see how that pans out. I don't know. I definitely want to continue to do the Eve Echoes as much as possible. I really do enjoy doing the ship content and the requests and all of that. So another thing I could do is maybe spend all day on like Saturday and just put together 3 or 4 videos for the week, so I don't have to make a video every day and just have them scheduled to come out. But I really like interacting with the comments and seeing what they kind of want to do next and everything, and addressing things that people say. So I don't know if I like that idea either. I don't know, there's a lot to think about when it actually comes to the managing of the channel. I'll have to figure that out. That is my problem. But yeah, this was fun. I liked doing this with this ship. It was the first time I did take this ship out on anything other than a news mission. There was lots of webs, lots of scrams, but it was able to manage. Do I have any other storyline missions that I need to do that I've scooped up? Just from doing news missions? Oh, I can't wait till my skills are done so I can crunch all this crap. I have another super soft drink. Angel or devil. And I have some Christmas things that I never finished. Yep. Let's take a look at the encounters too. Am I close to getting anything? Yeah, I'm close to getting... Well, I have to find the rare missions for all of the Caldari. Rare missions for all the Mimitar, and then I have one extra mission for Freedom over there. Mara, I need rare missions, and Galente, I just got the super soft drink, so that one is clear, but I need the rare on the rest of those. Okay. I want to play other games, but the only other games I want to play are Red Dead 2 and The Witcher 3. I've got those on Xbox, so I can't stream. You're gonna crash the middle rock when you process that stuff? That is the plan. I have got so much stuff in there, and I'm working on the skills for the reprocessing. I'm doing advanced scrap metal 4 right now. So I figured I will just hold on to all that loot. All that loot is just basically everything gets dumped in there from everything I've done. I've never broken it down or sold anything, really, unless I was really close. Like in the beginning, I did sell a lot of stuff, but after I started doing, T10s and whatnot, just like, just dump it in there. And I do those news missions all the time because, news missions are pretty much my bread and butter. Because I'll go to work, I can knock out a news mission or two on my breaks and lunch. So I just do those for a little bit, and then when I come home, I'll usually do whatever I want to do. So I get a lot of crap loot by doing all those news missions. And it just sits in here. Got 61 flintlock medium rifled railguns. What else do I got? Just a ton of... Yeah, I have 33 Popper large rifled railguns. This is from back in the day when I used to do Sweet Poison over and over and over again. And there's just a ton of stuff. And the whole thing is this isn't even like all of my junk. I've got just junk that I wasn't able to carry that's just strewn all over the place. Yeah, there was a loot dump there. Loot dump there. I mean, it's not nearly as much, but I was just, I just dropped stuff off. So all around the galaxy, I've just got crap. I just need to go pick it up and reprocess it all. Yeah, you can see I was running Sweet Poison so much, I got these Popper large rifle railguns everywhere. Because I was doing it in a Caracal and they were large, so... Sell all large name stuff and you'll be able to buy a faction battleship. Yeah. Maybe so. I got a ton of it. I have never... I'm a horrible shopper, I guess. I just hoard all that crap and it just sits in there. Oh. But yeah, I was talking to Together We Solo, and he scooped up his Macarial for like 5 billion. And that's not bad. Unfortunately, the other ships aren't anywhere near that. And I don't have the skills for a Macarial. Nor do I want them. I mean, obviously I want them, but I don't want to actually respec to them, is what I was saying. 40 days left, and then battleships are out. Weekend in Coda is the best time to get nice fast sales. Jita? I'm basically right outside of Jita. How much do those poppers go for? They're not going for much. $1 million a pop. A little under $1 million a pop. And so there's probably about 25 million worth of poppers right there. How much do these guys sell for? 150,000. I could probably break those down and make more off the minerals. That's 150,000. I have 61 of those guys. I've got 38 of these. These are going for 300. Those might be worth it to sell too. What else do I got a lot of? Got some autocannon. 400k, 300k, 400k. Yeah, it's all right. Probably about billions of these. They don't sell for anything, I don't think. Oh, they do. 430,000. Okay, I probably have more money in here than I realized. See, a lot of this stuff was getting stockpiled back, I guess, before you could break down the named loot. So it was worth garbage. It was worth like 2 ISK on the market. So I never bothered doing anything with it. So I have a lot of. I've got those. I have 11 of these. These were worth something back in the day. Now they're not worth anything. Repo the med. Sell the large for the most part. Medium rapid missiles still go for a pretty penny. Oh, cool. New 100, yeah, those are probably better to break down. Got 19 of these drone navigation computers. Okay. Those are 875,000 a piece. Yeah, those popper guns though, that's my bread and butter. Again, I was farming that T10 Sweet Poison back before pre-patch. That's where I was making all my money, so I've got poppers falling out my butt. It seems like that's all they dropped was those dang poppers. So not only here, but all over the galaxy I have poppers just at every station. As you saw. It's a galaxy full of poppers. We got some stuff there. Oh, there's a Christmas gift over there for somebody. That's a personal problem. You want some poppers? I got you some poppers. Large rifled railguns. Got them everywhere. Let's see, what's over here? Oh, wait. These are the poppers, friends. These are the swindlers. Got some of those, too. Or the other things that drop. Oh, we got some more poppers over here. They're just everywhere. Oh, look, more poppers. No poppers there. No poppers there. But yeah, when I was running that, again, pre-patch, I was running that Sweet Poison because it was so easy. They would always spawn with very short range weapons for the most part. So the T10s, it was very, very easy to do all of those. They gave me like no trouble whatsoever, which was weird because it seemed like they all had popper which shouldn't be the short range ones. But I was doing that in the Caracal Navy issue, just back to back. And that's how I made my first couple $100 million. Yeah, if they ever reduced the T10s back to that, back in the day when we were doing T10s and Caracals and stuff, that was crazy. I guess you can still do a T10 and a Caracal. Caracals do have a bit of a speed tank on them. Oh, 589 million. I need to get those numbers up. Some weak numbers. Let's see. Do we have any news missions that are going to complete anything? Don't give me a good Caldari mission, please. I don't want to go to Tama. Nah, nothing good today. Alright guys, well, I have not eaten breakfast or anything as of yet, and it's already basically lunch. So, it was fun. I had a really good time. There is going to be a lot going on today. Check out the Discord, see if you guys want to participate in any of that. And I'm going to get out of here. Hope you have wonderful weekends, and I will see you next time. And thank you, Jay. You actually just came in at the, I was about to close everything down. But who knows, depending on what's happening later, I might come back and actually stream a little bit later too. We'll see. If Eternal ends up going live for a while, I'll definitely just drop by his and say hi. Yeah, definitely check out the Discord. There is going to be a lot going on today. There's going to be some fun stuff, so